Hello, Flosstube. I am back for my November recap. Welcome if you are returning, welcome if it's your first time. On my channel, you will find both paper crafting and cross stitch. So if it says Flosstube, it's cross stitch. If it says Facebook Live, it's paper crafting, card making. But today is all about cross stitch. So we're just gonna jump right in. I've got my notes over here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I have a little bit of a cold still, so hopefully I won't have any coughing spells or anything. But let's get started. I will talk about what I've worked on and my plans for December as such as they are. And then I will be filming a video for my plans for next year, sometime in December. I don't know exactly when. I'm going back to WhipGo and I'm doing Whip Warriors again. I've really enjoyed that group. But instead of having specific projects, and I'm doing the stitch what you want when you want, so I can start something if I want to, but I am going to try and get some things finished. So I've categorized my whips by designer instead of just picking out specific whips. So that way, if I finish one by designer, I can start another one by that designer. That's my thought anyway, we'll see. But I've got to get all that. I've got it pretty much planned out, but I've got to pull everything. So I'll do that and I'll do a video later this month and share all that with you. All right, so the first thing I worked on is Heaven and Earth Quick Stitch Psyche's Butterflies. Artist is Josephine Wall. And it says quick stitch, but it just means it's smaller than a full-size one. And I did 1,008 stitches on this, and I will put a picture in of what it looked like last time. And here is where I am now. There's just a little bit over here. I didn't pull it out. So I've been working my way across here. I've been using the Royal Rose method. You can see that butterfly coming in nicely now. I had hoped to have this finished this year. That's not gonna happen. So hopefully next year it will be a finish. I am gonna put these back in their bags just so I don't lose anything. But I did try and get all the zippers undone before, so you didn't have to listen to that. One second. I forgot to pull my chair over that and put stuff in when I'm done. Okay, then the next one I worked on, and I'm behind on this stitch along. This is Welcome to the North Pole. Oh, the Psyche's Butterflies is on a 25 count even weave. Just a white even weave. That's the very first full coverage I've ever started. I have since found the easy grid, so I use that now. This is Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage. We are supposed to be done with it by now. We were supposed to finish it in November. I did 1,327 stitches, at least what I counted. So this is the one that I often work on at lunch. At work, and so I don't always get those stitches counted. I meant to pull this off beforehand so I could show you the whole thing. That one's really tight. So I am still on the October month, so I'm a whole month behind. That's the whole thing. So I've got the Santa and Mrs. Claus and the sleigh still down here to do. This is almost done. I just have to finish this light pole, and there's some snowflakes up here, and then October will be done. But it's really cute. And this is on 32 count taupe Lugana by Witchelt. All right, put this all back in here. This week I haven't been working on it as much because I've been trying to get ready for the Jingle Ball, which I'm not going to make that either, but whoop, better put the pattern in there. All right, and the next one is Acorns. I use this for several prompts in some of my groups. This is by the Blue Flower. It's really fun. And if I can find the picture of where it was before, I'll put that up. That's where I am. So I'm getting there on this one. I may have to put it away though, because it's a fall stitch to me and I like to stitch in the season. So, but there's another big, like this leaves and acorns. There's another one there, and then the last 2 letters, and then the rest of the border. So there's still a decent amount left to do, but it is really a lot of fun. And this one is on 32 count bramble by Picture This Plus. And I can't remember if I told you, I did 1,502 stitches on that. The next one is a new start. This is We Santa 2023. Oh, let me find the color picture. Here we go. By Heart and Hand. And I just did 617 stitches on this. This was a stitch along with Stitchy Friends. And there were too many other things to work on, so that's all I got done. It's part of his coat. But I may pull it back out this month in December and get some more done on him. The Santa is the most amount of stitching, so if I get him done, then there's just the flowers. All right, and then the next one I worked on was Kringles. This is by Little House Needleworks, and this is what that will look like. Oh, I forgot to tell you what I did, what fabric I'm doing the Santa on, didn't I? Somewhere it is. It is Winter Brew by R&R. So my LNS had some of that. I was lucky. All right, this is Kringles by Little House Needleworks. And it is on the called for fabric with the called for threads, which is 30 count Parisian Gray from Access Commodities. And I did 524 stitches on this. So this is everything I have done. And then I was working over here. I filled in some more of this black, and then I started on this, that little shop or window. So I want to go up and get the roof done because it's a lot of just black and snow, and so I want to get that done, and then I can work back down and get the rest of the little windows done. And then the next one I worked on is Open Your Heart. This is by Stitchrovia. So I'll put a picture in of what it will look like when it's done, although you can almost see now, and where I was last time. And this is where I am on this one. So I just have to, I was working over here, I got the words finished, and now I'm just filling in the rest of this. So that's all I have to do is fill in the rest of those sun rays, and it will be done. So I don't know if it will be done for Christmas for my son and future daughter-in-law. Probably not. But next year, they can have it next year. And then the last thing, the thing I've been working on frantically lately, is another new start. So I signed up for the Jingle Ball, which starts tonight. And I signed up for 2 classes. I signed up for the hands-on design block party, and I don't know if I have a picture. Yeah, I do. I haven't started that one yet. And I had signed on 6 minutes after the sign up started for classes, and both of the hands-on design kit classes were sold out. So I didn't get to do that. But the other one I signed up for is the Santa's Night Tree from Hello from Liz Matthews. And this is the one I've been frantically working on because she's going to actually, we're supposed to finish it with her tomorrow in class. There's no way I'm getting it done, but we can watch the video for the rest of the month. So I want to get it finished so I can go back and watch the video again and finish it, fully finish it. But it's really, really pretty. This is on, let me see what fabric this is. Picture This Plus Dwarf, 36 count. So we were supposed to use 36 count with this, so it would fit on the tree, and we would have and it would have enough. We would have enough threads for it. The other class I signed up for, and Kathy was like, "No, you don't have to do pre-stitching," is the Jingle Around the Block. So that's what this one will look like. So it's one of her block parties. You can kind of see at the bottom the whole thing. And I did get some fabric. She shows it on white, but I rarely stitch on white. So I got 32 count Pampas from Picture This Plus. So it's a real pretty green. That's pretty accurate. So I think that'll look nice. I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch on it during the class, because she's just going to show us how to finish it, but she's not expecting us to do it with her. And then again, we'll have access to that video for the rest of the month. So I have a lot of stitching to do. All right, so my plans. So this is what I normally do for each month is I have a full coverage and I spin a wheel for that, and I have a Mirabilia and I spin a wheel for that, and then I have a seasonal stitch, I have a stitch along, and then just a miscellaneous, and I spin a wheel for the miscellaneous. So I went ahead and did all that, although with all this Christmas stuff I want to get done, I don't know if I'll stick with that or if I'll just work on Christmas. Sorry, I could feel a cough coming on. But I'll show you what I spun and planned, and then we'll see at the end of December when I come back in January what I actually worked on. So the Heaven and Earth that I spun is the Grand Library. So I'll put a picture in of what it will look like. And let me just show you where I am right now. This is on 28 count Easy Guide. And this is where I am now. I've been working my way across. And I probably will stop pretty soon going across and start coming down and filling in. And this is just regular size, regular colors. I hope I'm not sorry, but I've already started it, so that's what we're sticking with. All right. And then I'm gonna get this all folded back up in there. The Mirabilia that I pulled or spun to work on, I think is the same one I was supposed to have worked on this month and did not. And it is Fairy Autumn Glow. It might actually be a Nora Corbett. It's released under Nora Corbett. The smaller ones are often released under the Nora Corbett name. I have a Mirabilia one in my stash, so you'll kind of see the difference. And this is where I am on this one. So I've got a decent amount of her dress done. There's still a lot to do. And this is on, I think it's the Call for 32 count Beach Walk. Really pretty colors. Bright colors. There are just not enough hours in the day to do all of the projects I want to do. And all of the projects I have kitted up. And all of the stuff I keep buying. Hopefully next year I'll get to retire. So my seasonal will probably be the Santa's Night Tree until I finish that. Maybe working on the jingle block from Hands On Design. I have another Christmas one I want to start. And then I have the Wee Santa. So I have plenty of seasonal ones to work on. And then the miscellaneous one that I spun was the Quaker Months by From the Heart Needle Art. And I'm looking because I've finished March. Sorry, I'm trying to find the one I want. And I think I started September. But if I'm going to start one this month, I would like to start February. So that's the February one, which is beautiful. I love those blues. Now, I don't know if that will happen or not. Like I said, with all the other Christmas ones I want to do, that may not happen. But that's what the wheel spun, in case I want something different. All right, that is all my WIPs, all my plans. And now I'll show you what I've purchased lately. So I have for the, I don't know how many years in a row it is. I do the circle of, I think it's called Circle, A Little Help from Our Friends Stitching Circle. This is from Silver Needle in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so this, the new year just started. So if you've signed up for this and haven't received yours, you may not want to look, but this is what we got. This is from Artful Offerings. And so it is, let's see, it doesn't, I don't know if it's just called A Little Stitching Bluebird. That's what it's called. So this is, sorry about the sticker on there. She was telling us that our little gift was in the tin. There's a needle threader. And so it comes with all of the fabric, all of the floss, the finishing stuff, and there's usually a little something extra. So this is a little tin. So that's the first one for this year. And you can hear my needle threader rolling around in there. And then I ordered a few things from 123 Stitch. You've probably seen this, and I do not know how to say her name. Crochet, Agogo. But I've seen several Flosstubers share this little penguin. He is adorable. And it comes with a little candy cane charm. And then an Erin Elizabeth. This is more of a fall piece, but I just thought it was beautiful. It's Cozy Lane Sampler. And this is the one I'm thinking I will start with the Erin Elizabeth when I do an Erin Elizabeth. So my thought is for next year, my plans is to have all of the designers on a big wheel, and I'll have some of them on WhipGo, so I won't spin those. Those will be just whatever's called for WhipGo. And then the rest of the designers will be on a wheel, and I'll just spin that. And then I'll probably still have a full coverage that I'll do outside of the wheel, and maybe a Mirabilia, because I have so many of those started and so many I want to do. So something else I got from 123 Stitch. This is a monthly weigh-in, Stitching with the Housewives. This is December. I need to go back and see if I ever got November, if I ordered that one, because I may be missing that one. And then I've seen this one. A lot of people have been working on this. This is the Artsy Housewife Golden Delicious. It's just really fun and beautiful colors. Let's see if it says. So they use Classic Color Works, General Arts, and Weeks Dye. Weeks Dye Works. So they used overdyed, which would be really pretty. And then the other thing I got from 123 Stitch is this is, I think, the latest Mirabilia, Delphine's Butterfly Brigade. I love butterflies. And so as soon as I saw this one, I had to get it. And this time I did go ahead and get all of the Krynic and the beads that go with it. And there's a water lilies in there. You can kind of see. So I got all the extra stuff with it because I really do want to do that one. I'll just have to find fabric. They did on a 32 count Laurel linen, but I don't know. I'll probably see if I have something in my stash that will work. And that was my order from 123 Stitch. And then the other thing, I did stop at my L&S today and just got some fabric and some threads. So I was going to show you those. The first one, there's a brand new series from Shannon Christine. They're mugs. And I'll put a picture in of what we know it's going to look like so far. Because not all the mugs are shown yet. But it's just adorable. And so it's another one that I want to start. So I did not get the threads for the first, we have the first mug today, but I did look and download the whole there's like a border and in between the mugs. So I downloaded that and pulled the threads that go in that. And so I picked out some fabric, and this is a 32 count Country French Rain from Witchelt. And so those are just the threads that will be, I need two of those, in the border around it. So I think that would be really pretty. And I think one comes out every month. So I haven't yet to be able to keep up with the stitch along, but maybe someday, maybe when I'm retired. And then the other this is the one I really want to start because there's another lady on Facebook that wants to start a stitch along for it. And this is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. So they had a sale and I bought some stuff on their sale. Then they had some new charts that came out, so I bought some more there. But this one is Winter Friends, and I'll put a picture in of what it's going to look like. There's also a Woodland Santa, so I'll put a picture of him in also. And I'm going to do them on the same fabric, not the same piece, but the same type of fabric. And it is 32 count crystal helix. And so I just picked up all the colors today, so it will be hard to see. But this is for the snowman, the Winter Friends, which is a snowman. So I think this will be really pretty. And it's crystal, which, oh, you can kind of see, is sparkly. So I got a piece for the snowman and then another piece for the Santa. I didn't pick up his threads because I'm not going to work on them both right now, but I do want to start the snowman. So maybe when I get the Santa's night tree done, I can start on that one. We'll see. Of course, I need to finish my Welcome to the North Pole. All right, I think that is it for today. Not too long, short and sweet. I will work on pulling everything for my plans for next year and try and get that video up sometime this month in the midst of everything else. All right, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye.